All right. Here we go. What is going on, everyone? SPY is moving down today. Bit different than the past few trading days, right? We've been seeing SPY recover up and actually do pretty well, but we are now seeing it pull back in a pretty weird fashion as of yesterday. Yesterday morning while we were streaming, or, well, I guess like right around the end of the stream, the SPY started breaking out. Started running up towards new all-time highs. Around lunchtime, it got there, touching close to 694 before pulling back down. Now I am watching for the SPY at resistance, 689.30, going to be a big area to watch for. This is acting as pre-market resistance. We talked about this level in last night's video. Biggest area of support here in the short term for sure. Good morning. Jad, Dane, Toby, Steve, Zach, I love YouTube, Xavier, Jake, Jane, what's up? Outlaw. Robert. Meat Sack, what's up? Almighty J, James, RSB. James has made an easy 100 Meow Mix on KTOS, buying the pre-market dip and selling. Kratos, Defense, KTOS. Wow, yeah, Kratos did pretty good. They started popping off in after hours yesterday. The hell is up with that? Guess they're doing better than most. That news yesterday with these stocks really rocked the market there. Lockheed made a recovery. NOC recovered. Either way, it looks like they recovered back. They were on fire last night, giving you the deets. Trump proposed a $1.5 trillion military budget. Apparently, that's one of the big reasons why these stocks recovered back. You bought some SPY puts after the stream yesterday and they killed it. Nice. Glad to hear that. Like they did great, right? Because SPY ended up really falling down there in after hours, that's for sure. I don't know where you killed it though. Maybe right here. Hey, no problem, Jane. Those damn defense stocks. Crazy stuff out there. Let's go back to Lockheed and just look at that recovery, because look at that drop and then pop yesterday. That's insane. $540 touching his resistance here. Let's actually look at that one-day chart. The volatility is really picking up here. I would not be surprised to see them continue to pump. Wonder how long the situation's gonna last in Venezuela. How's crude? Is it... Okay, moving up today. It got very close to support yesterday at the lows. Within about $1 or so. Good morning, Ramirez. Meta's really killing ya? META pulling back. It did fall down to big support that we mentioned. I don't remember when I talked about this, probably yesterday, but did fall down towards that large support, 238.50 to 240. We'll see if it holds or not. It might not. Has been more bearish in the short term. Dane said if the Supreme Court rules against tariffs, the market's going to crash big time. Oh, I sure hope not. That could be something, though. That would definitely throw a wrench into things. Got Meta pulling back. Of course, SPY. Right on resistance. Oh, it pulled back off resistance. Pretty good now over the next couple minutes. Touched perfectly around 689.30. Very big level to watch for here. Low of day from yesterday. Resistance in pre-market. Touched it now already again. And pulling back. Once a few more people join up, we'll look at the pattern that SPY has been on lately, because it's a pretty negative one. Definitely not the best. But there we go, SPY right back. It doesn't mean that on one single day it can't go up. I just mean, in general, it's been a very weird pattern. You'll see it. You probably saw it on last night's video, but if not, we'll see it today. Thoughts on Micron? Micron had been on fire. They were doing great earlier in the week, but they started pulling back a bit yesterday. They're actually testing this large support from the short term. I'm going more bearish on Micron right now with the market cooling down a bit. I would not be surprised if Micron started to catch some selling pressure. They could always outperform, but I would doubt it, especially with the way they're moving today. Nvidia pulling back pretty hard, too. Just wanted to check the other semiconductor stocks. We zoom out on Nvidia on like a 15-minute chart. That's so funny. It chopped right between the range that we drew out earlier in the week. The inflation is systematic across the world right now, Dane says. I'm glad that inflation hasn't spiked too much, but that doesn't mean prices still aren't high. Because they are. Man, SPY is all over the place. Every time it touches that resistance, it pulls back in a meaningful way. Nvidia chip sales to China just got blocked. Let's see. I know that China said some negative comments yesterday. I think that they said something about not letting their companies do H200 chips. Pretty strange. But either way, I would think that Jensen keeps saying that demand's high, so. Yeah, I mean, they said that they're seeing very high customer demand in China for the H200s. And SPY is very weak today. It won't really fall down much, but every time it gets to that high of day, it really pulls back hard. At least so far. Tesla, down then up today. Let's look at the Mag 7 in general. Ooh, Microsoft pulled back pretty hard. Google's dropping from open. Meta's dropping. Amazon is actually up 0.9%. Amazon, an outlier today. They were an outlier yesterday too. Yeah, it did really good at open. They've been doing pretty well with all of the AI news recently. Nice pop over 240. All right, let's look at the SPY one more time. It started to really drop down here on the 1 minute. There we go, breaking through support. Starting to really pick a direction now, and that is down. Good for the put players out there. I know there's quite a few. Quite a few of you that like to run into puts on these downwards action, on these downward moves, and I don't blame you. I like puts from time to time. I think Russia, US, and China joined forces. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. Man, Costco did pretty good. What did you say about Costco? Costco should keep rising? It's doing great. Like to see Costco do that. UPS. Hey, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Rigetti trying to pop. See if the support holds on Rigetti or not. RGTI. How about Navitas? What? It's not coming up? Oh. Weird. Navitas coming back alive. Oh, yeah, Dane, I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm just... it gets people thinking. Would love Apple to have a big rebound. AAPL. Wow, Apple pulled back fairly hard there. Damn, Apple. 1.5% to the downside. But you want to see it rebound back up, Raul says. I don't know that I necessarily see a huge rebound here. SPY looks pretty bearish right now, adding some selling into Apple. Look at NVIDIA on the bottom left chart. My word. Down. Even Amazon turned over really hard again. Man, a lot of weird PA today. How about the oil stocks? What do we got there? CVX. How about VLO? Pulling back a little bit. Crude was holding earlier. Yeah, crude's futures are still doing good. Starting to pop back up. PA is price action, Outlaw. The good old price action. Check out Goog. I normally look at the Class A shares with the L, but yeah, both are kind of falling down. They're trying to find some support, it looks like, though. Doesn't really look great, but seems like some support's trying to be found. Holy SPY, back to that wide chop. Oh my gosh, all the way back now. What is going on with the SPY today? We had an up, down, up, down, up, down start. And then now, we just had a crazy drop and pop. Very weird PA. All right, let's go ahead and actually look at the overall pattern on the SPY that's been strange, because we've been seeing this play out where the SPY will break above the recent high, make new all-time highs, and then just die right away. You know, here's 3 scenarios over the past few weeks where SPY has done this. It's on an uptrend, but every time that we break out to new highs, it just barely breaks by a little bit, by just a point, maybe a few points, and then immediately gets a pretty good bid back to the downside. You know, it's like boom, boom. Now, like, again, like, are we going to get a larger, like, rotation back down here for a little while? I mean, it could be in the cards. Going off the recent pattern. Eventually, that pattern will end, but it's been strange to see it play out like that. It all started right here on this box. It really failed to break the high on the left here at 686. It broke and then finally just immediately turned back over again. It's been a pretty strange pattern that we've seen, though. Ascending triangle. Yeah, you could draw it out kind of like like this and then do this. I have seen some people doing this, for example. And SPY now pulling back again all over the place. Yeah, since it just popped up closer to resistance, don't be surprised if it starts falling again, because every time it gets there today, it drops. Nvidia straight to the downside from open. Chip stocks not looking too hot here. Not looking hot. MU down as well, 2%. Advanced money dispenser, or destroyer, I meant. With today's price action, down 1.4%. Yeah, I'm glad to see Costco moving, though, Jake. So far, it looks like impatience and revenge are your main emotions for your losses, with revenge being the biggest one, costing you money. Dang, Jane. Don't be revenge trading. That's pretty cool, though. I really like that. That you threw those emotions in there, into the factor. I thought it was neat. You struggle with letting go of losers the most. That can be a big problem for a lot of traders out there. The big thing is really just adhering to strict stop losses and just sticking with them. Although, I know it's hard. People like to shift them around and stuff. You just can't do it. And I know what you mean, because sometimes you'll let them go and then they'll come ripping right back, but not all the time, and you got to save yourself. Look at SLV. Pulling back today pretty hard, yeah. Another 4.7% drop. Not surprised. Not surprised one bit. Silver's all over the place, but it has been getting pretty overextended, so I can see a lot of downside volatility probably starting to happen. Even though it might still try to rip up, I can tell that there's more pressure coming through down. So interesting there. I didn't see any news today with silver yet, but that'll be on the radar for sure. Tomorrow we get the non-farm payrolls releasing. That's going to be fun. Non-farm payrolls coming out 30 minutes before the market opens at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Or sorry, 1 hour before the market opens. My fault. Heck, with the crazy wars we're starting, even I'm considering holding more cash. Might not be bad to hold gold and silver. You would think with the war that they would help those safe haven assets go up, but hoard cash and just get T-bills. Trade T-bills like crazy. NFLX. Netflix is pulling back down. It's testing a big trend here on the daily. This trend isn't perfect by any means, but it does seem to be testing that. Looks pretty rough, Netflix does. I personally wouldn't be surprised to see more downtrends start to take hold. Pretty brutal. UPS moving higher. Nice. UPS 5-minute chart looks perfect. Even Bitcoin can't moon. Bitcoin YouTube channels, we're getting all excited. Did Bitcoin pull back hard today? Yeah, it did. Yeah, Bitcoin had a hard time at this resistance here. Past couple trading days. 94,500 to 95,000 essentially. Yeah, really had some trouble there. Pulling back again today. Looks kind of like a dead cat bounce. The daily here. Kind of draw some up like this. Looks pretty brutal to me. Definitely seems more of a bearish setup here, with it failing to really even test 100K. Hasn't even been able to test it since it fell through. Which for Bitcoin, I'm surprised. Dane said I had 2K worth of Beyond at 60 cents before it went up to 7. I sold it at $1.20. So sad. It was all in calls. I would have had 25K. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? If I had a nickel for every time I've heard that. Yeah, it's tough. You drive yourself mad looking at stuff like that. Over all the years, I've probably lost millions of dollars on that if I thought about each trade like that way. Abdabras. What's that, Ramirez? Oh, and brass. Oh, I see. JD's having a good rebound, Raul said. JD? Oh, yeah. Not bad. They'd been falling down pretty hard. They got close to some major support. Little trend of higher lows coming through here past few trading weeks. Ever since the middle of December, we've been seeing JD try to pop back up. It's been tough. We have seen a little bit of China headlines, but nothing too crazy. There we go. Zom making a comeback. CVX starting to try and pop back up too. I feel like these oil companies could start to really recover here. Amir says, everything's pulling back, I see. Everything besides UPS. UPS has been pretty good. You guys are probably sick of hearing UPS today. SERV did pretty good too, up 12%. Serve Robotics. Pretty weird. Caesar Entertainment, 2460, moving up to test resistance here. It was falling off quite a bit the past couple days. MGM popping right back. No downside pressure, unfortunately, today, but these casino stocks are moving in a volatile way. It just happens to be back up right here. MGM, 35. That's a pretty decent pop, though, by MGM. Pretty decent. LHX, L3, Harris. Seeing some defense stocks pop up today. Lockheed Martin coming back. Trump had that defense stock news yesterday that was more negative, but then ended up coming out and saying they'd be investing, what, $1.5 trillion in military? The Buffett indicator is valued at 220% above what stocks were earning. He said that before he retired. I'm not surprised. I think that stocks are pretty overextended myself. Had a CSP on Serve. Made a big $60. That's not bad for a cash secure put on a low price stock. How low of a price is Serve Robotics? Oh, yeah. That's pretty good for being so low price, but I guess that volatility is where that money comes in, but not bad. Not bad for just one contract. Shield went up $4. What do you think on Nvidia as it reached the bottom? Ooh, looks like it reached a short-term bottom, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually fell down more at some point today. I think it probably hit a bottom that it'll probably take 10 minutes, maybe longer to break through, but I do see it still falling down at some point today. Today's been pretty bearish. But yeah, good to see a little bottom forming, maybe for a quick scalp back up. I would urge or err on the side of taking profits quickly. Oh, favorite strats. I was kind of confused by that at first. I'm a big fan of selling options. I like running up a lot of call debit spreads over the past couple years, especially right now. I've seen a lot of implied volatility, or just a lot of stocks with elevated implied volatilities, and it's been a good time to sell some put options. Sell some covered calls as well. Tesla's really ripping there. 432. Starting to break out. That is a good move there, Tessie. Sorry, guys, always doing 5 things at once, but Google's climbing back. Damn, Costco. Oh, okay. You had me thinking Costco dropped. No, doing good. Doing good. 3.76% right now. That's what we like. There we go, Costco, some decent momentum. Pretty funny when you have Costco up 3.8% today. You know it's a weird day when Costco's the stock of the morning. Penn Gaming. All the way down to $14 a share now. They are very low. Kind of looks like support wants to give out here, but you have to respect these supports till it finally breaks. You have an $11.50 covered call for this Friday. Which stock is that for? Oh, NVTS, I see. Okay. That's a pretty good strike. You should be good on that one. All right, sorry guys, quick intermission. I'm gonna go grab a water really quickly. I'll be right back in just a sec. All right, all right. We are back. What is going on? How's AMD pulling back pretty hard again? Nvidia down as well. 5-minute chart looks pretty rough. 185 coming up into play. Tom, should I give up on my 116 MU calls? January 16th? I mean, I'm not quite sure exactly when you got in or anything like that. Hopefully you're up on them. But I would say if you entered up here at the top, I would look to exit. Especially if we fall much under like 325. If we start to fall under that, I mean, I would definitely start to exit. What's my wish today, Dane? I'm curious. I need Nvidia to drop, and so does the high-risk bot. NVDA. Popping back towards resistance. I could see it continuing down as the day goes. But it's probably going to uptrend for a little while before ultimately pulling back more. There's a really good dude to watch on here that does nothing but cover calls. I need Nvidia to drop. Me too. Invest with Henry. Okay. Interesting. Have to keep that one in the back of my mind. It's like Palantir and Nvidia seem to be on the same boat. PLTR down a lot too, 0.21%. Palantir's looked a little bit different on the daily, of course, but today it did have that sharp pullback. It was going to open up pretty strong, though. It was set to open really strong, and it did kind of, but immediately gave it back. I want Nvidia to drop to 170, but who knows? Come here, Nvidia. $170 be pretty far away. Hopefully you mean over the next few days or so. Oh yeah, that's the next big support again. That would be wild, but honestly, with how many times it's tested it already, I would not be surprised. Especially with it starting to break through support here in the short term, too. Definitely a little bit different. Here comes new highs. SPY is starting to come back. Yeah, look at that. SPY got through resistance there at 689.30. I've been watching that level a lot the past few days. Yeah, getting right back through. Tesla's helping. Amazon's helping. How are the banks today? Bank of America. Whoa, there we go. BAC. Pretty straight up. JP Morgan, nice movement too. How about Goldman Sachs? Wells Fargo. Oh yeah. Nice all around with the banks. Nvidia supports 170 to 172. Outlaw said, I like that range a lot. Yeah, I like that range a lot. Russell's up. Is it? IWM's moving? Wow, really good too. 0.8%. Wow, yeah, IWM is doing pretty good today. That is a nice pop again. IWM's been pretty hot in the short term, so I've actually been a bit surprised that more people haven't talked about IWM. Tom Lee expects a mid-year pullback that'll look like a bear market but recovery in the end. Oh shit. I hope not. Hopefully Tom Lee's wrong. Remember, in 25 we were supposed to see Bitcoin at 200K. No, I haven't seen that, Dane. Is it like based off the video game? I've heard of it, but I don't watch shows like that. The only show that I watch is like Cooking with Gordon Ramsay or something. 26 is the year of the small caps. Let's go. It appears so. Yeah, IWM looks pretty fire there. Mr. James said it's good. Sounds pretty good. If it's based off the game. I used to play Fallout 3 a lot. Always my favorite. Speaking of that, how's WBD doing? Warner Bros. Discovery holding up very well, around 28 to 30. Wow, they had really done well in the past year or so. I didn't even realize that WBD popped up that good. I just went to his burger and fish joint in where? Cebu? Gordon Ramsay has some really good food. I went to one of his fancy restaurants in Las Vegas, and then he opened up one here in St. Louis, and I've been to that one like 2 times as well. It's called Ramsay's Kitchen, is what it's called, in St. Louis. Now you guys are going to have me going there, damn it. You went to Ramsay's Kitchen in Atlantic City. It was pretty good. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. I got the scallops, of course. I could just picture Gordon Ramsay going, "You burn the scallops." Warhammer TV shows coming out? That sounds nice. How's Paramount? Got some... Mason posted up some details about those stocks in the chat. Paramount says Warner Bros. Discovery's merger with Netflix could deliver less value than reported. Changes in Netflix stock and potential adjustments to Discovery Global's debt may reduce the cash component. Paramount contrasts this with its own offer, which is 100% cash and fully certain. Let's see, Jake, what do you ask? What brokerage do you use in the Philippines? Ah, IBKR. I see. Interactive Brokers is usually like everywhere, I know. They are pretty good. At least on that side of things. It was an honor. Let's go. See you later, Dane. It was an honor right back at you. Bitcoin's around 90K. Started popping back a little bit. Oh, yeah. Broke through that short-term downtrend there. Started moving a bit more. All right. I see you, Bitcoin. How's Coinbase doing? Nice. MSTR or strategies popping back a little bit too. Makes sense. Moving up with Bitcoin. Moderate correlation to SPY here. Yeah, like and subscribe. Appreciate your brain. Go back to SPY really quickly. Very slow and choppy after it broke out. It got even slower. I don't know how that's possible, but it did. Tesla, 0.81% to the upside. Nothing too crazy, running up to resistance at 435. Let's go back to what's actually running. UPS. It's funny to say that today. I don't know why. Makes me laugh. Serve Robotics, already up 18% and still moving. SERV has a lot of room to go. Wow, look at that. Daily chart looks great on Serve. NEGG. Newegg. Haven't looked at this one in a long time. Yeah, this one's hilarious to me. Demir's out. See you later, Demir. We're actually going to be ending the stream a bit early today, but still be on for a few more minutes. Get some stuff done real quick. Like that Tesla action, though. 0.7%. Pretty good by Tesla today. Pretty straight back up. Looks like Apple's trying to really form a good base down here at the bottom. The low of day today. Apple's been straight down on that daily chart. There is a base trying to form here, though. Yeah, make sure to check out tonight's video for sure, Joe Papa. Can't wait to see. Hopefully we get some interesting events happen throughout the day today. Hopefully we get some market moving news, because that SPY being so slow is kind of boring. Besson says the Fed shouldn't delay interest rate cuts. What's up, Mr. James? MLTX up 28%. Pretty strange stocks here. Moon Lake Immunotherapeutics. What a name. Moon Lake. Sounds like something that NVIDIA would call their chips. ELVN. Elvin. It's really called Enliven Therapeutics. Huge run by them. Damn. Brain said NEOG's up 30%. Got some crazy stocks here. Neogen. SanDisk pulled back really hard today, down 11%. Whoa. Wow. What a pullback. Mike hit this one on the head great yesterday. That is interesting, Jake. I wonder if Hunter in the Discord's been looking at those stocks like MSTR at all. But all right, guys, I guess we're going to go ahead and call it there. Appreciate you guys for joining up, of course. Everyone's favorite stock, Jack in the Box, is starting to move. I don't know what made me click this. Maybe I had this last night as like a late night snack, but that's pretty funny. Jack in the Box, moving again. It's been pretty hot lately. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Hope to see you on tonight's video. Make sure you jump in the Discord. Tag me in there if you need anything, of course. Send me a message or email. tom@stockedup.university. Make sure to spell out university, but... All right, let's go. Let's have a great rest of the day. It's Thirsty Thursday. So make sure you get your drinks in. Stay hydrated today. Don't marry One Direction right now. The SPY got very slow here. It's all over the place today, so just realize that. It did just fill the gap towards 690, so be a little careful. Wouldn't be surprised if it chopped around and possibly even went lower. But see you later. Have a great one.